Hello there, this is MechTech Mike with a short video on how to do rigid tapping with the Acorn controller, but controlled via Rhino and using RhinoCAM. Now recently we added a encoder to the school's router, enabling us to do rigid tapping. And I got it working through the Centroid's intercom, which is shown here on the screen. This is the parameters I set up to do rigid tapping. It was just a series of holes with a quarter 20 tap. And out of that came the G code that you see here on the screen. And the actual G code tapping here is shown. And the key value here is this Q value of the 0.05, which is 1/20th, which is the pitch of the threads. So when I first tried to do this through Rhino in RhinoCAM, I would pull it up, and for the cut parameters, I would do a tap cycle, generate it, and then if I post it, here was the code that it came up with. Instead of the G, it came up with this F5, which is the feed rate. And unfortunately, that is not going to result in successful rigid tapping. So I needed to do something different. As it turns out, if you go into the post processor, and we're going to edit the post processor and add rigid tapping to the cycles here. What you do want to do is you want to start out with your tap clockwise. Okay, this is what is currently used for the tapping. And we're going to copy the whole couple lines there and all the commands. And what we did is, let's go to a tapping cycle 3. This is a blank, just to show you how to use it. Here we want to use the G84, the same as before. And I'll go ahead and I'll paste what I copied out of the tap clockwise. And what I'll do is I'll simply go to where the F command is being specified. I'm going to change that F to a Q, and then instead of cycles of IPM, I'm going to do cycle ITPI, threads per inch. This will now generate the right code. One other step that you may have to do for the scaled dwell cycle, this needs to be a scale factor of 1, put 2 decimal places on it as well. When I first pulled this up, it was defaulted to a scale factor of 1,000, which is not correct for the Centroid controller. Anyway, go ahead and save that. You can close that out, hit OK. Now I'll go and I'll edit this tapping holes again. Instead of using the tap now, I've just copied it to tap 3, okay, and I'll generate the holes that way. And now if I post this, okay, I'll replace that. And now what I get is the command that I want to see, which is the XYZ coordinates, and now there's the Q factor, which is complementary of the quarter 20 tapping that we want to achieve. So the short answer is the RhinoCAM can do rigid tapping. You do have to make a customized tapping cycle operation, very simple edit to get it to accomplish that. And then from there, you can accomplish rigid tapping. Okay, and that's all I had for today. Thank you for listening, and see you later.